think these people get on these cars thinking they're going to see...
Hi, this is Rodman Flender, the director of Conan O'Brien Can't Stop.
And this is Conan O'Brien, the guy who can't stop.
Andy, you're next. Mike Sweeney.
You're next.
Yeah, I said hi, Mike Sweeney here.
Oh,
yeah, but who?
you didn't say you
Head
didn't.
writer.
Yeah,
I'm the
right.
head writer on the show.
Head writer on the show.
Sonam Obsessian. I'm Conan's assistant.
I'm Andy Richter. I'm a TV weatherman.
The movie's half over.
You will be at TV Weatherman.
O'Brien was announced as Leno's Tonight Show successor back in 2004.
Oh, there's the Taiwanese animation of.
They pretty much captured my act.
Really, they did.
We don't know who these people are.
That's Bill Clinton.
Oh,
This was tough because I wanted to sort of get all this info out of the way as quickly and as economically as possible.
as Taiwanese as
As
possible.
Taiwanese as possible.
No, I thought this was a great idea for explaining a sort of complicated situation succinctly. I did look that upset.
So they came up with another idea. Push the whole lineup later. So Jay Leno's show would go on in the Tonight Show slot.
Let's just sit here quietly and watch
Yeah.
a movie.
Right.
Well-
yeah, because I don't remember any of this. What actually happened?
Yeah,
I don't
know.
either. Ah!
There he is.
there he is.
God, look at that beard.
Right, and that's at a safe house.
These were all family members who rallied around me.
They bust them in from Boston.
Now, Conan, what was your reaction when all this stuff was going on? When all these protests were going on? And
Stephen Ho.
It was
Tiananmen Square.
that's Stephen Ho, who's
Right.
A frequent guest.
frequent guest, but we were sort of blown away by the fan reaction. We didn't expect that.
Yes.
I didn't expect it, so it was sort of crazy. It was so crazy that I grew a beard.
5-6 months. What if I could just go out there and see these people who were so nice and supportive and put on a show for them?
It was kind of amazing. Like, if they'd left us on the air, we probably would not have become such a cause. That's
Yeah,
certainly
exactly.
for sure.
In a way, this was my scheme all along. And this is, I had the idea for this tour.
The title was always too long. I didn't like the title. I'm going to say it right now.
You know what? I wanted it to be even longer.
Oh,
I wanted it to be the legally prohibited from being on television because of Jay Leno.
Why? Do you have eczema? Why are you scratching your arm?
I'm a heroin addict. Here I am. Now, don't be fooled. This is my Ford Taurus, and I've had the interior changed to look like a BMW.
right, because you're an everyman.
I'm just I'm just a regular Joe.
Just a regular guy.
I don't know what it would be like to stop. What do you mean, stop? What does that even mean?
You know, crawl into the grave, pull dirt on yourself.
This is to have some fun.
Do you think you could have fun without an audience in front of you?
This is the part where Rodman exposes how shallow I am.
right.
Thanks.
And we're in E, right?
Jimmy Vivino deserves a shout out. Jimmy Vivino is a brilliant musician and our band leader, and this tour would not have happened without Jimmy Vivino.
He's a band leader.
He's the band
It says that
leader.
right
Yeah,
there.
he's the band leader.
No
but
smoking, exit.
those are a bunch of the
Conan
writers.
Tour live.
That's at Mike Sweeney's home. Is it okay if I
Right.
tell where it is? So
Yeah,
people
I
can
don't
go there?
care.
He lives very near Katherine Heigl. If anyone
Yes.
wants to know.
I've never seen her. She's not.
Wait, was that at your house? Or Oh,
That
yeah,
was
that
my
was at your
house.
house, yeah.
This is Conan's house. Let's just talk about the houses.
Yeah.
So this was very early on. People have asked me, like, how
This is very
fast?
early on. This is before. This is literally weeks after the
There's
show
Sona.
ended.
Oh,
That's
okay.
Sona.
There's Sona.
Okay.
Yay, Sona.
There's
All
Sweeney.
Ugh.
Sweeney. There's Dan Cronin
Oh,
behind.
look at him.
Sweetie.
And this is literally. I want to say this is like 5 weeks. That's me blowing my brains out. There's Allison Fleural, the writer's assistant.
Was let's have some fun.
And
Yes.
that's me. My favorite
Poor
pastime is
Matt.
hitting one of our writers, Matt O'Brien.
To hell with it. It's now.
We're about to start a 30.
So what were you saying? It was 5 weeks after?
I must say, it was very soon after this whole thing went down, and we immediately got into.
Blaze small laptop.
Blay had the tiniest laptop. We don't know why. And this is when we auditioned for the Coquettes. We wanted the
backup
Coquettes,
singers.
the backup
Right.
singers. And it was tough because they really were all fantastic.
It was also tough because it was right across the street from Circus Liquors. And that place has a draw.
Look at James Cagney. James Cagney is having none of this show.
And this is where we're figuring out.
We had each of them blood tested for sass.
We found out I had the highest level. It was shocking.
Too much sass.
Oh, they
But
were
I did
all
this routine
awesome.
with, that's our choreographer. We did this routine with everybody, and I was exhausted when this was over. Okay, that's great, Conan.
And what's interesting is you had this whole Poke Salad Annie thing. It seemed, I remember you telling me about it, fully formed in
Well,
your
I've
mind.
been thinking about this for a long time because I was always fascinated by the song Poke Salad Annie, and then you keep ideas in the back of your head, and this one idea about talking about, it's an Elvis song where he talks about growing up poor in the South. And
Well, it's really a Tony Joe White song.
Yes, it's Tony Joe White song that Elvis covered famously in his Vegas act, and then
And you can see in another good documentary.
yeah. And anyway, I just had the idea to make it about growing up in a really nice suburb. And here we are, starting to try and On the Road Again was about getting a show again. And that's a guitar I've had forever. That's a Fender Strat with a maple neck. Sorry, for you guitar nerds out there. Sorry. It's my favorite. We got to give a shout out to the Basic Cable Band. These guys
Play instruments.
they play instruments, but they're
great.
They were the backbone of this tour. Really, we sat on top of this amazing music that they created.
My own show again. I can't wait to have my own show again. Maybe it's like something with.
I felt very lucky when this happened and I was actually rolling the camera. It's one of those rare moments where I actually recorded the
Brian
writing
Stack.
process.
Yeah.
Something, this
That's-
joke as it was being developed. and
This is a nice
discovered.
part of the movie because you did a parody song of On the Road Again, and it was kind of Stack, and you just sort of you were seeing
Creating.
the formation of it.
Yeah, and
And
Brian
now the nice
Stack.
part's
Brian
over.
Stack's been with us for a long time.
Right.
This is
Yeah,
me-
exactly, Sweeney. Now the nice part's over.
Yeah.
Now we get to hear about Conan
Yeah.
Right.
and his red wine habit.
That's what got me through this traumatic period of my life. That red wine right there.
World. I don't think I was entitled to the Tonight Show. I don't think I'm entitled to success. It's show business.
This
but
is me in my kitchen, and this captures a nice moment where I'm trying to explain how passive aggressive I am, and then you see
Conan's
me be
wife.
passive aggressive with my lovely wife,
Liza.
who puts up with me.
You see her, obviously her eyes. You can see the questions darting
Yes.
around her head.
What
Thank you for bringing
Why?
a film crew into our house.
You can get out there and talk to people at least about being unemployed, being legally prohibited from being unemployed.
She was pretty great during this period.
My wife, I will go on record, saved my life. My wife.
Had women come over and wrap your head in saran wrap.
Yes, my wife. My
She
wife.
was totally
my
cool
wife,
with that.
Liza, is seriously the reason I'm still alive. She was great during this whole thing.
So you'd be dead.
How would you have died?
I
Yeah,
would have.
I'm
Well,
curious.
she's. I had a gun and she took it away from me. That's why. There's Sona. This is rare
Sona.
footage of Sona actually doing some work.
Okay. Okay.
Come on, Sona.
Well, that's because she saw your bald head and thought you were old and took pity on you.
Actually needed help.
At NBC? I don't know. I haven't thought about them in a while.
This is the guy who did the makeup
He's
for
great.
Coppola's Dracula. And I think
With
won
Gary
an Oscar,
Oldman.
with Gary Oldman, I think won an Oscar for it. And we brought him in to do my bald head to make me look like a random executive, not anyone specific.
Hey, Sweeney, should we talk about how much I want to look or not look like?
Hello there.
Ugh, he's having a good time.
My name is.
And this is a character you played on The Tonight Show as well, right?
Not really.
No.
I used to just invent
Oh,
this
yeah. You
random
ad-lib
guy
it.
who was a sort of like a Mr. Burns character from The Simpsons. Just a random powerful figure who would stroke a white
Right.
cat and be displeased with me. So
I mean, not with the bald makeup and everything, but
No.
you would do that voice and kind of be that
yes,
guy.
yeah, and,
Yeah.
and then we sort of reused it for this tour.
And bought a cat.
This is early.
This is actually cool that you documented this, Robin. This is announcing the tour on Twitter.
Look at you silence me.
Yeah,
Did you
I silenced
see how
you.
you silenced me?
I didn't see it.
Look at how excited I am, and you like just kill.
And I press this button, and it launches the tour.
http://teamcoco.com for ticks. I repeat, it's half-assed. It's in.
You know, while you guys
Watch
were doing
this.
this, I was calling
Bang.
Kimmel. I was calling Carson. I was seeing if Pat Sajak wanted to host another talk show.
You thought Magic Johnson still had a show?
I thought Magic Johnson, he's got some miles on him.
Both shows in Chicago and the one show in Minneapolis were officially sold out. 700 tickets shy.
There's Jeff Ross, who deserves a shout out. He's abused much in this movie, and he's the backbone. He's the only sane one of all of us.
I've always said about Jeff, like, if there's like an apocalypse or there's some sort of, Mad Max type world, I fully expect to be like wandering down the burning streets trying to avoid the roving humanoid bands, and I'll just hear, hey, hey, and it'll be Jeff like hiding under some rubble.
This way.
Saying, like, come here, I got a rat. You want some rat? Cooked up a rat?
He'll never change.
Yeah.
And his BlackBerry will still be working. That's my son.
Pretty good rat, huh?
That's a child we rented for this documentary.
Very convincing.
Like selling a whole bunch of tickets. Do it.
And how much of the show did you know when you were selling those tickets, when you tweeted the announce?
Very little.
Yeah,
we knew very
yeah.
little.
Yeah,
It was
It was scary.
it was
Feds.
scary because we sold out the tour nationwide and didn't know what it was. And then you get together in a giant rehearsal space with no audience, and things don't feel like they're working because there's no context, there's no audience, there's no energy.
But how is that different from when you do your television show and you rehearse?
We
and
don't
there's
care
no
so
audience?
much about the show.
Yeah,
This we
the show you're not going to do over and over and
No,
over.
this-
You move on.
And I was separated by like 30 feet from all the people working with me.
Yeah,
and
that
here
was
you
a
see,
drag.
It's a
Here you
huge
see
space.
classic Conan impatience.
Death Star. I'm trying to. You had a problem with the audio, and I'm trying to determine if that's been set.
Question of the mix when you're playing.
I just wanted to see you stand up, but I appreciate it. Let's go.
That guy's had it.
And what do you think, Sweeney? What did you feel? What a dick in that moment, or did you think,
No,
what,
I
what a
thought-
lovely man?
Everything. I just said, what a reasonable question.
Well, here's my
He
punishment.
said, what a lovely dick.
You know what?
Not just any
here's my
dick,
punishment.
A lovely dick.
Karma is quick. Here I am having to wear bicycle clothes to fit for this costume that Eddie Murphy wore in one of his movies. What's crazy is that's fairly tight-fitting there. By the end of the tour,
It was loose.
baggy.
it's
It was
hanging
baggy.
off of me because I lost, 20 pounds. This never made it into the show.
Yeah.
We had this
I
idea.
think we did it this once.
And when
Sona
Sona
likes it.
laughed, we cut it.
That's nice.
Come on, Sona.
Oh,
This is a good scene.
Remember this
this
room?
is my
Let's-
favorite scene.
Sona, talk a little. We haven't heard from you.
So your fish had butter on it, which obviously wasn't my fault because your fish the day before did not have butter on it. But then you proceeded to blame me for
That's
the
right.
butter on your fish
Plus, you didn't cook it.
because and I didn't cook it.
My understanding was you were cooking the fish.
Right.
When I found out it was coming from a restaurant, I
right,
was
and
appalled.
then here you called Gus in so that he can
Oh, Gus.
get mad at me. And Gus
let's
is
give
awesome.
Let's give a shout out to Gus.
Gus
Yeah.
is
is
amazing.
and
the
Gus is
tour
like,
manager. He's an amazing tour manager, and he's actually a real pro.
He's a
we were
pro.
like. We were like addled kittens that didn't
Yes.
know what we were doing, and Gus has toured with everybody. He has toured with everyone.
Yeah.
Is currently, I think, out with the Foo Fighters.
yes.
Yes.
And
Yes.
he's the real deal, and he kicked our asses into shape.
No, you know within 24 hours not to mess with him.
If you were an airplane pilot, there'd be a lot of dead people out
Look
there.
at you dwelling about this fish.
Sonny, you
It's
said
good.
half the time you get it right. How's that average going? Is
I
it
think
better?
that I'm up to about 80% now. Is
Do
what
you
we
admit that
decided.
at your
that true?
low, do you think you're at 50%?
No, I'm not gonna. No, I do a lot.
60. What would you
No.
admit to? On a-
I'm not gonna admit to anything. I think I do a great job.
Okay,
I think
no,
I'm
I'm saying you
fantastic
do
at
a
what
good-
I
great
do.
job.
No, you
Yes, I
don't.
am.
You say I'm a 50%er.
Guess what? A baseball player who's amazing hits the ball 3 times out of 10. I'm saying you're at like 50%, which I think would put you in the Hall of Fame in baseball.
I don't know if that comparison works with this.
Okay, what are we doing
50%
here?
came from you, Sona. You said
This is
half
the
the time.
pre-tape
Well,
Tape
that's
of
because
it.
the day before I got it right.
Now this is the
The cold
director's
open.
house.
Ooh,
The director's house, Rodman, is where we shot
right.
the part where I'm overweight and lying on the floor, which was a big hit on the tour. People really liked that. This was cut. We thought for a second about doing year 2000, and it just didn't
It didn't fit.
fit our show.
It clanged.
Oh, the TBS thing is at 4.
Oh, this is great.
Your beard.
I like my
But listen to this.
Going on TBS.
Look
Listen,
good with a beard.
What do you mean?
this is important.
No, but Conan, this is the commentary. People have seen the movie and have already
Oh.
seen this, and they want to hear.
I didn't
your
understand what we
quips
were.
and
I
quabs.
didn't understand what we were doing.
understand
We're
how
not
this
just
I'm
works.
sorry.
we're not just
Bored.
watching
Well,
the movie.
I'm
Is
just
this how you-
saying-
do you talk this much when you just watch a movie? Is that
Yes, this is me at any movie.
It's
You just- you just thought we were
waves
watching
coming out of
this.
your
It's
awful.
Right.
Well, it is funny that I put down TBS and say we're not going there.
Bear is legally the property of NBC. Ladies and gentlemen, say goodbye to the masturbating bear and say hello to a brand new
Scott
character
Cronick.
you're gonna see tonight.
How did all this come about?
Yeah, Scott Cronick did all the
Kind of an
costume
obvious
changes.
idea.
Yes,
Scott
Scott
Cronick
Cronick's
was
great.
a hero.
Wardrobe pimp.
Guys, there's a problem here. When I say the self-pleasuring panda, he never seems to know to go. And then you guys
And then
keep
what was
playing.
going on here?
He couldn't hear us through his head,
Oh.
so we were trying to say goodbye, self-pleasuring panda, and he couldn't hear us.
Oh, fuck you. And then we cut to La Bamba. Hold it, that's important. If we don't have the cut to Richie there, then we got nothing. It's gonna be La Bamba. Bang. This thing's a train wreck.
I had an eye infection this day.
Seriously?
Yeah, I
So
had a real eye
gross.
infection. This is actually the poster for the film. I had an eye infection, and I rubbed the microphone into my eye because I was frustrated. And then
Oh.
I was
did I
mad.
do
You went to the
that?
doctor, and I was
Why
like,
did I
"Why didn't
do
you call
that?
me that you were going to the doctor? I wanted to go
Yeah.
to the doctor with you with the camera."
I went to the doctor, and they put me on medicine.
Check it out, guys. Hello.
Oh
banana.
God.
Banana phone.
Why was
Fucking
this?
banana
I don't know
phone.
why this happened.
Fuck.
And there's a lot more banana phone on the bonus features
Oh,
on the
great.
There
DVD.
doesn't
Here's-
need to
That'll
be.
increase
There doesn't
sales.
even need to be any banana phone.
Yeah.
here.
I don't know if banana
my
phone should have
God.
been
This
in
is like
this
watching
part.
Matisse paint. I mean, it's amazing.
Who makes their staff talking to a banana? Is my question.
A genius.
Napoleon.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Napoleon.
He's more like
Ted
Talking to a
Bundy.
banana.
He's more like
Ted
Matisse
Bundy had a
brushing his
staff?
He had a
teeth.
staff.
What was Ted Bundy's staff like?
Andy, why
They
are you
were,
holding the
very
banana
good,
up
much
for
better
me?
than
Because
mine.
please.
Andy
Isn't
is
it
an,
obvious by now I'm codependent?
Andy's an enabler.
I'm a total enabler. And also, I don't give a shit.
You're really serious about it too.
Well, fuck yeah. It's my improv training.
Matt, make a suggestion of the banana phone.
Does everyone like On the Road Again?
Here's Matt O'Brien.
He's suggesting you cut on the road. No, you cut
wants
on the
to
road
cut
again.
on the
Or he
road
just wants
again.
to think about it.
That's a song in the show. It's a parody. We talked about it.
You're a guy that works in the Louvre. You saw the Mona Lisa and you tossed it out the window.
This
my
is one of
God.
many exaggerated metaphors.
Yes, the parody version of On the Road Again is the Mona Lisa.
Could you have picked a lesser
The whole show is
Da
the
Vinci?
Louvre.
No.
Yeah.
Yes, I like that.
And I'm sick of people saying that I'm drunk with power, that I've
So is
There
this?
we go.
See, you did it.
Look at how
Sun
huge
is
I
giving
am.
in.
Yeah.
Yes.
Now, is this a typical scene in the writers' room?
Yes.
Is this the kind of thing
Yes.
that goes
Yes.
on every
No,
You know
no,
what?
we don't have
Is this-
fruit in the writers'
There's no
room.
fruit.
There's no fruit.
There's only
No.
carbs, fried carbs.
Oh, you're
But-
raising the roof.
There's
Back to drinking wine at home at night.
But that's typical of
Yes.
what goes on. in the
Meanwhile,
writers'
back
yeah,
at
you have
home.
not what you did was capture something that happens 24/7 at the shows that I've been working on since 1993.
Uh-huh.
Banana humor.
So
right?
My,
I mean,
Banana
you
phone.
guys.
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
my
I've only
presence
been
with a
working for you
camera
since
didn't.
Oh, boy.
How'd my
There I
There
am.
you are
There
punching
go.
O'Brien.
Aw,
Punching
I
a
don't know
man.
why you
Matt.
punch him so much.
Yeah.
Why don't I? It's
Why
homoerotic.
him?
I think you're
begged
in
him
love
to-
with
He's
him.
attractive.
I think you have a crush on Matt, so you beat him up because you
Right.
can't have him.
Right.
And by the way,
What better way
viewers,
to find
in
you
that
like
bowl,
somebody?
in the bowl in front of Conan is baby food.
Yeah, I'm eating baby food and red wine.
wine and baby food.
That's my.
Baby needs his mush.
Invited audience.
Oh, this was.
our
Oh, this
staff.
is
Very,
exciting.
very.
This is a dress
It's really just
rehearsal.
our staff.
This is a
We had
dress
to
rehearsal for
dress.
people, by the way, who are wondering, will we have a job again? So it was
Yeah,
the
yeah.
most tense, nervous,
was
self-conscious
kinda
audience
weird, yeah.
ever. We're doing a show and they're wondering, where's our next
Right,
TV
I know.
gig?
And also, too, it was all of us who were going out to make a paycheck
Yeah.
on the road, saying to the people who weren't making paychecks, this is what we're going to go make a paycheck with. Do you
Yeah.
like it?
Yeah.
These poor people.
Right, coming out here right now, 'cause I'm gonna be really honest with you. I'm like Tinkerbell. Without applause, I die.
My favorite line. I'm like Tinkerbell. Without applause, I die.
It's true.
Yep.
I'm needy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but in regards to that writer's room stuff, people have asked me, did my presence change the dynamic?
No, your presence, I mean, proof. Proof would be...
I got nervous when you were around.
Yeah?
Yeah, I get shy.
No, but I don't. I think you caught exactly what was going on. It goes on in the writer's room. I thought that's what anyone who works at the show and works with me regularly said, yep, that's what it's... I mean... I punch writers 50 times a day.
And do you have a guy with a video camera there at all times as
well? You don't know, but I don't think you changed the dynamic at all.
You don't have that much of an effect on anyone, Rodman, if that's what you're getting at.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the point of this, isn't it?
Right. I'm like
it's all about you.
Yeah.
How much did I affect you guys?
I tell them that I'm going to be taking some trips to go do my show, but I'm going to call them and... You know their old man's in vaudeville. That's right.
Oh, here's my kids.
Well, you know, seriously, I mean, to answer that seriously, because I do feel like my joke laid an egg there, and it became awkward.
Oh, it was terrible.
No, I thought it was a good observation.
No, the reviews are in for your...
It's for 5 minutes. When you got somebody following you around the camera, it's 5 minutes of kind of awkwardness where you're thinking about it. And then that's just the human limit of being able to care about the fact that somebody's filming
It's the same with the bad smell. You smell the bad smell, and then after 5 minutes or being videotaped, it goes away.
That's what he's talking about.
Barack Obama.
Oh, yeah. We're walking into my jet.
Wait, where are you going?
I'm taking a picture of it.
Getting excited.
Here's Jeff on his BlackBerry. He is never not looking at his BlackBerry.
Right.
Here we are flying over Dresden.
You
I don't
know
know
what?
why we went to Dresden. How's that first show going to go? What do you think, Sona?
I think it's going to go really well.
Now, what's the point of that question?
Probably just sad.
Right.
Need for approval. This was an eye-opener. We arrive, and we may as well have arrived on the moon, on the dark side of the moon. Everyone give me some room.
It's like that Twilight Zone episode where they get off the train and no one's in the town. They get back on the train. They get off the train. No one's in the town.
I'm not familiar with that episode. But
oh, that's a great one.
It is a good one.
And you hear a girl giggling.
Yep.
It's something I learned from Saddam Hussein. Another one of my comparisons.
Yeah.
A lot of comparisons of me to genocidal dictators.
A lot.
Right.
A lot.
Rodman, you're not going to say how that Twilight Zone episode ended?
No.
Okay.
I love how we got here early so you could go out and get records.
You know what you don't see is that every one of these people gets a hotel room key from Conan.
Including
whatever
the baby.
hotel he checks into, he asks for 20
And you know what?
keys.
I didn't get... here's proof that I can't work a computer.
Hey, guys.
Make it bigger.
My kid's trying to talk to me.
Sona, what are you doing?
This is the only
this
time
is
I've
family
actually...
time.
This
I
is the
know.
only
Why
time...
am I there right
I
now?
know, Sona, that's
And
creepy.
I'm
Well,
there.
Sweeney's there too.
I'm there
you know
because
what?
I'm their
Simon,
father.
You
I
can't
always-
have a conversation with your children without
I always
5
insist.
people around.
I always insist that Sweeney be present
Yes,
and Sona when I
yes.
talk to my children.
Right.
And this is the only way I talk to my
It's in
children.
my
punch up the
contract. I
chat.
checked. I
I'm
tried
there
to
as
dump out of
IT.
it.
Here I am.
Oh.
Yeah.
You had to sign 10,000.
Yeah, if you want to
Yeah.
forge any checks with my name, that's how you do it.
Wait, I thought that was Bert Convey's signature.
That's where I learned it.
Are you blackberrying with Jeff right there?
I think I'm playing Angry Birds.
Private planes?
Tell your mother I don't understand half what you're saying.
Oh, Conan doesn't
This
understand
depressing
how
light.
Oh, this is some
God.
Armenian racism here.
It is. He doesn't understand what I'm
say?
saying because it's new and cool and hip, and he's like, wait, because I called myself
Armenian
a baller.
is new and
I
cool
was
and
not
hip?
speaking Armenian. I was calling myself a baller.
Oh.
Now, this shocked me. This is legitimate shock. We were about to open the sold-out tour, and all the media was coming to this first show, and we arrive, and it really did look like aliens had come and taken all the humans away.
There's nobody here.
Well, they were resting up.
But that's like from living in New York or Los Angeles.
Yes.
That's many towns just
I
in
know,
the middle
I
of the
know.
day are
I
just
didn't
really
understand.
sleepy.
I didn't understand. It was cold. The media, all these media people came.
I thought it was her.
Stage is this way.
And wasn't one of the ideas of Eugene, Oregon, to sort of, that was sort of like the
Yes.
out-of-town
We,
tryout?
you know,
where-
it's funny because Charlie Sheen, what is this, like a year later, did a sort of similar kind of tour. Here's Sona trying to explain how to do because I
The
have
dresser.
a
Look
makeup
how
person for
serious
years.
you are
but-
too when you're putting your makeup
yeah,
on.
I'm sorry.
Good luck with that makeup. I mean, it looks great.
How come you didn't have a makeup person on the tour?
We had to do this on a
costs
shoestring.
money.
We tried to keep the costs down as
Reggie.
much as possible. There's Reggie Watts.
That
in
would
the
cut
background.
into
Watts.
T-shirt.
Reggie was our opening act. Killed it every night. Brilliant guy.
Not every night.
No. There was 2 nights where
there
he
were
really
2
ate
nights
it.
where he just blew.
Ate it.
I really miss it. Just before the plane crashed, yes. The 2 pilots.
Oh, see, Sweeney?
Oh, see.
Oh,
This
look
is-
at that.
Yeah,
Fakers.
it's for a photograph.
I've seen humans behave that way, so I mimic their... That's a typical Conan emotion.
Yeah, there he is. He's farting. Just farting.
It was actually, I have to give a shout out to Rachel Griffin, our producer on the road, who said, you have to get the shot of Conan sitting on the stairs. So thank you, Rachel.
Here I am clasping my hands, and my dad does that.
And that was Jack McBrayer, actually, that other silhouette. He was there for the first show.
Oh, yeah, he flew up for that.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
that's
that,
nice.
that other
Very sweet of
silhouette. He,
And they're playing Move On Up, which is the song that they play
See, there's Jack.
before the show every day now.
Yep.
They play this show. Yeah, we continued to use this warm-up for our TBS show.
There's Jack sitting next to you, Sona.
Oh,
Hey, what do you
wow.
admit
Go
we're
out.
drinking?
I love Jack.
Again, these are all people who used to work for us.
Right?
No.
And all those people.
That's all household staff.
At the risk of being sincere, that was a very nice moment because we had gone through all this craziness and been off the air, and to come out to that house and get that
That's pretty great.
was sweet.
Very nice. There are 8 stages of mourning the loss of your talk show. Stage 2, blame myself.
In fact, that I actually felt, and this is not necessarily like meant to be anything other than a mix of my neuroses along with things.
Yeah.
But the reaction to this first show was so bananas and so huge that I really felt like, look, the show's pretty good. It's funny and enjoyable, but Jesus Christ, people, take it easy. you
Yeah,
know?
it seemed like it was about more than.
Yeah.
I thought the show was good. We worked really hard to make a good show, but you did feel like there was another energy out there that was being tapped, which was cool.
is easy, which it makes it easy. But like I say, it's also like part of my neuroses to not, when people go like, we really like you, and I mean, not just me, but, you know, the thing that we're doing as a group, for me to go like, nah, something's wrong with you liking this.
Well, sure.
But you have to keep in mind, no one had seen you for
Yeah.
several months. You guys are with each other all the time.
Listen,
And
I've
no
been out
one-
of the public eye for months at a time, and it really didn't seem to matter before.
Yeah, but this was the first time anyone had seen you for many months.
Well, it also had, for some reason, in a world that has much more serious concerns, this had become a thing. And so that first show, I mean, actually the whole tour, but this first show really did feel like there was an energy there that was a little surreal.
Well, also, everyone knows you guys from television.
Yes.
So just getting to see you live is a unique experience.
And this is, something I've said a bunch of times, but it really bears repeating. I've always wanted to do this kind of show business, and even though what happened on the surface was a big negative with The Tonight Show, this was a chance to be in vaudeville, and this was a huge opportunity, and so I was enjoying this. I think one of the reasons, I think we had a lot of fun doing this.
Someone said you got Leno and you made Leno-aid.
Oh, very nice. Wow. When
You
life
just
gives
said that.
when life
When you
gives
said
you
someone-
Leno, you
Right.
make Leno-aid.
Right, exactly.
But that was you that said that,
Yeah.
wasn't it?
Yes.
You.
It was no. I think it was Bertrand Russell.
I thought it was Burt
I thought
Mustard.
it was Rosalind Russell.
No, I think it was Russell Johnson from Gilligan's Island.
She had it tough. You see, my mama is a lawyer.
So now talk about the Coquettes, because they were
I
heroes.
love the Coquette.
Are you drunk right now?
I'm a little drunk.
Oh, my God,
Sona.
Sona. All right.
I'm a little drunk.
Are you really? Because
True
you
to
just
life.
you just said I love the Coquettes.
I love it, Coquette.
Freddie and
I
Ray.
was nervous about talking, and so I just drank
Okay,
a lot.
well, let
and
me-
then I dropped my ring, and things
Okay.
got crazy.
Let me give a shout
Listen,
out for Freddie and Ray,
and
because
They were
Freddie
very
were
professional.
amazing.
Yeah, they were
They were
great.
two of the most
and
professional
I
people
wanted
on this
to
tour.
be them. I wanted to be cool like them. I did. I wanted to be cool like them.
they
Look
were
at them.
so.
Look how
But you know
fierce
what?
They are.
So sexy and so.
They were great.
They were perfect, and these like tall, gorgeous girls who totally brought it every night. And the contrast between these women and this sort of dorky Irish Buddy Holly wannabe.
I found them to be a little handsy.
Andy, you're an attractive
We're
man.
talking about
I know, but
the act.
Yeah. It's just a song about growing up poor in the South.
Those are wigs. That's a little fun fact.
Yeah.
They're both bald.
Two things, and only two things, will get you out.
I learned all those moves.
You know
And
what? I
always
could never
danced
see these
on
moves
the
because I was always
side.
on stage,
Yeah.
so I didn't get to
Right.
see them do
No,
it.
I
This is the
learned.
first time.
Right now on the wings, in the wings, I would probably be dancing.
Oh,
along
see,
with
this
them.
throwing of the guitar to skills was big because we had a couple of times I hit him in the face.
Right.
And that's a solid body Fender with. Now this is the part
With
where
a maple neck, we know.
Thank you, Andy. Really a beautiful guitar.
This is supposed to be a strobe effect.
Early in the tour, this almost gave me a heart attack, and then towards the end, I got into better shape. But,
Yeah.
but I would come off stage and they would.
With the spaz out workout.
Oh my God! Yeah, this is. No one should do that.
Thank you, Eugene.
Oh my God.
no.
Oh boy.
There's Aaron Blair,
There
our
we go,
webmaster.
Oh,
He was playing the
Blake.
bear.
You know, it's funny while I'm thinking about it, the girls dancing.
Look at
Especially
you off
someone
by
should
yourself.
talk over this.
Yeah.
The reflective.
Yeah. Who needs this?
Perspective you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
Conan
Conan
going
takes
through your mind
confession
here.
And
during
also
the-
too because
Just
then
a lot
we
of
can-
perspiration.
Yeah.
Once again, like we can talk over the farting because there's so much farting.
Yes.
Going on
Yeah,
right
and
there.
you know what? Water fuels my farting. That's why I'm drinking more water.
But the girls, it was funny because at the end, like at the end number, when you would go out into the crowd, the first time they did it, they didn't realize how long you were going to be out in the crowd.
Oh,
and they
that's
were
right.
doing like a
wow.
swim dance
I used to
Oh, my
make
God.
for
fun
like
of them.
10 minutes.
They'd be like,
And I even said to them like afterwards, because they were dying. They
Yeah.
were, you
Yes.
could see it on their face. Said like, I don't think you have to do the full dance move while
Yeah.
he's out in the audience. All right. Jesus, I'm
Posture boys.
I think we all were, Andy.
Here's Bill Carter from the New York Times
Right.
to tell me what I want to hear.
Yeah.
Gavin was right there, too,
Gavin was
for...
there.
Yeah, Gavin Pallone.
Of course. Who wrote behind me? Guy says, now I can die happy.
Did you guys read his
Bill.
book?
I
Yes.
didn't.
You
I
You
didn't.
I did.
Accurate, Andy?
Yeah, I thought so.
Pretty
I
accurate. You know what?
scanned
He's
the
a little
index.
bit like the. I always said I love Bill. I've known him a long time, but he's the mortician at a gunfight. He doesn't care who dies as long as he gets to bury the body. And he'd agree with that.
There's Gus. Get in those
This is
fans.
all the crazy media that showed up in Eugene, Oregon.
Oh, God.
What?
Oh,
You look great.
man.
Sona, you look
Come on,
beautiful.
You really do.
Oh,
It's
God.
very
There's
natural.
There's only one
That
thing
was
wrong
how
with this picture. You're
fat
wearing
I
a
am.
Lakers jersey.
This was during also the Laker playoffs.
And
You're
this
taking
is-
a
and the
taxi
Lakers
home.
went on to win
Yeah.
the championship.
this is
during
Vancouver.
hungover too.
This is I'm definitely hungover.
Yeah.
It was funny because when the tour started, the first probably 5 nights, I think everybody
Yes.
got hammered every
Yes.
single night, and then
Yeah.
it caught up to us probably in Vancouver or right after, where
Yeah.
we realized we weren't 26 anymore.
No, and also,
Remember the riots in Vegas? Oh, that wasn't after our show. That was after the-
where are we now? Is this
Vegas.
That's
Vegas?
We're in Paris.
Oh, there
There I am.
you're
I can't stop
punching
hitting
back.
Matt O'Brien, which
yes.
means I'm deeply
I
in love with him.
urged him
So
to
in
fight
love
you
with
back.
Matt.
right.
To fight
was-
back, and he never
No, we were
would.
obsessed. I was obsessed with this sign. It
Well,
was
it's
so
great.
big.
Did you know that my wife
it's
thought Matt
retro.
O'Brien was your brother?
Oh, really?
Yeah, up
Oh yeah,
until
you
like
should
a month
point out
ago.
no relation.
Bloviate.
I can do a shave for you.
This is the first use of the word bloviate in a documentary, by the way.
Except for the Bloviators. The
Okay,
documentary
thanks, Dick.
Frederick Wiseman did.
Just fucked up my great.
Back to fart jokes.
Oh, wow.
I might be a fucking genius, and I might be the biggest dick ever. I don't know.
I might be
Or
a genius or
maybe
the
both.
biggest dick ever. I think this movie
Yeah.
has come down on the side of Dick.
Matt and I are both agreeing with you.
Sweeney's
this
always
Vegas?
incredibly unimpressed with me.
Oh, it is Vegas.
Yeah, Vegas was a tough.
Yeah, the
I thought-
casino
Yeah.
crowds didn't give a shit.
It was
Well,
like,
you know the thing
well,
is,
they
I
were
felt like the first show was a lot of comped people, and
Yeah.
we
They were
worked our
good.
asses off. They were okay,
Yeah.
and then I thought we got them on the second show. But
we
it,
did 2 nights there, right?
Yeah, we did
shows,
2 nights.
Yes.
Yeah.
We were in Vegas for like 5 nights. I think it was torture
and then
for
Atlantic
everybody.
City for one
Yeah.
night.
Yeah, I
and
took
Reno.
$150 round trip cab ride to go see an ear, nose, and throat doctor because I was.
Oh yeah, you were sick the whole time.
Yeah, I was sick the whole time we were in Vegas.
I remember this part of the show in Vegas because I was playing craps.
Were you really?
You cleaned up
we started taking off during the show.
Yeah.
I mean, how many times
You
can
and
I
Jeff,
watch?
right?
Poke salad.
Oh,
Annie.
I remember that you
Jeff
guys were
was at
taking off
Blackjack.
because there was some show that we did.
Something
I forget,
went wrong. Oh,
in like
didn't
Reno
even know.
or something. And I went out, and there had been a mistake.
We changed the rundown.
The rundown changed, and no one told me. And I went backstage to find out what was going on, and nobody was backstage. Everybody was having a good time.
That was just Andy doing, in every town we wrote 2 ads.
This is an old
off of local
Ronnie Hawkin
businesses.
and the Hawks tune that I was obsessed with for years, and so it's just an excuse to go crazy at the end of the show, 40 days. Which I
it's
believe
also
is...
Yeah, and
Chuck
see,
Berry.
that was the
Yes,
kind
that
of
was
thing.
the song where they
that
didn't
was the
know how
kind
long
of
they had to
thing
do it.
that they did. Yeah.
Yes.
And Andy, you got mad at me once because I would go into the crowd and it got crazier and crazier.
Yeah.
And then one night I stood up on a balcony. What happened?
It was an old theater. You started at one point because you normally would just work the floor. You would go from one side of the floor and work your way kind of up and down each aisle. And then at a certain point, you just went up into a balcony. So you were on the floor and then you disappeared. And then you appeared up on the balcony, completely out of breath because you had to run up it was an old theater and you had to run up 4 flights of stairs.
People had thought the show was over, then all of a sudden you appeared on the
I'm on
top.
a balcony and this shaft of light hit me.
It's still going.
And I guess I got on the lip of the balcony.
You stood up on the edge of the balcony
And you
with
were
about
mad.
30 feet drop down, and I was mad.
It was crazy. It was crazy for you.
I went
to
a
do
little
that.
crazy.
I
Yeah,
thought it was cool.
That was-
and it would have
didn't-
made a great story.
I have to
dangerous.
admit, there was a point where I didn't give a shit. There was a point where I was very happy to die during a show.
Yeah.
Which is crazy. No, I mean, I'm. That's not sexy.
That's kind of cool.
Come on, it's kind of Mormon sexy.
Yeah. It's sort of like.
There I am in the mirror.
Vegas.
That's my
great. This is
favorite,
typical Jeff Ross.
favorite thing.
Nobody was unhappy.
What does he say? No one was unhappy?
No one was unhappy, yeah.
Right.
You said, well, people were happy with that show.
You was during that night we were talking about how angry
Seattle is where my wife is from. This was nice because my wife and kids and her parents got to come. Not the kids didn't come to the show, but
even better, Eddie Vedder was there.
Yeah.
Man, those were nice crowds.
Those were good shows.
Enthusiastic about me and what I do.
Now, when you're out there with your arms stretched out and everyone's standing and cheering, are you being fueled? Is that like...
It doesn't hurt.
Yeah.
I always do feel like if you have cancer in your body and you go in front of a crowd like that, the cancer will disappear.
Why are you holding back this information from the scientific community?
Yeah.
Well, because I want to keep it to myself.
Okay.
So selfish.
He's had the cure all the time. Just book a tour.
I'm waiting to patent it.
Work its way through my urethra. And eventually...
Urethra?
Urethra?
What?
See? I'm talking about Urethra Franklin.
Oh, God.
Stay tuned for his reference to the ureter. That leads into the bladder. Was that me? Did you just throw something at me?
Yeah.
I wouldn't do that.
Mr. Eddie Vedder.
Oh, man,
wait, it's
yeah.
Eddie Vedder.
Okay.
Never mind.
Now,
This
this
is
is awesome.
I think we can all agree this is one of the best live performances
That is
I've ever
pretty
seen
cool. It was
pretty
anybody do.
awesome.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure my face fell off.
And I'd never heard of Pearl Jam until this night.
No, this
Oh, my God.
this melted my mind. It was so good.
I had heard the band rehearsing this for a few days in anticipation of this performance. And so I was kind of, it wasn't as if I was, expected to be underwhelmed or anything, but I just heard them do it and heard them sort of putting it together and arranging it. And even after kind of being used to it, it's like that you're used to it, so you don't expect to be surprised.
Well, you know what's
It
was surprising. Well, you know what?
Awesome.
Again, Jimmy Vivino wrote all this whole.
He arranged it?
He arranged this whole thing to Baba O'Reilly.
It was great.
And he had shredded Andy has a really funny line here. He had shredded his tambourines.
Oh, right.
Yeah,
he had been playing tambourines and destroyed them.
I will never let
Eddie better borrow my tambourines again.
Because they were the little circles were flying off of them, whatever the little bell things.
I lost hearing. in my right ear. 60 minutes.
Can't get
This
enough
was your
media.
birthday.
Where'd you get these musical jokes? What's the difference between doing it here and doing it in front of a live audience?
Don't answer.
Are you making any money on this?
Yeah, I hope so.
How's your voice holding up?
It's so far so good.
Yeah, did you make any money on this?
Yeah. Where's Mike take?
Yeah.
Oh, this was the 60 Minutes wanted to shoot me having a birthday party.
Very
so
natural.
It was a fake birthday party.
Yes.
And so, of course, being a dick, I had to comment.
Yes, you commented a lot, too, about it being fake.
Birthday with 60 Minutes here.
And I don't think they included
was
this.
fun,
They
and then
didn't
it was
include
No,
this.
this didn't make 60 minutes.
This didn't. They didn't.
No.
They went to all
Did you
the
think it was
trouble.
wrong of me to comment, Sona,
It
or was
was,
I?
it was a bit much.
Really?
It was a tad much.
You think I was channeling some anger there?
I think you were channeling quite a bit of anger. I think
Yeah.
you were really upset about the fact that you had to do this.
I didn't want to dance like a
birthday.
chimp on my birthday.
Well, it was the whole thing was just kind
Well,
of.
but also too, your
fake.
wife and kids were there.
Yes.
Yeah.
And Steve, and it was really weird. Having 60 Minutes there is
Yes.
weird because what people don't realize, and also too, they came to your house to interview you for what, 7-8 hours?
Yeah.
And what they do is that they become such a present irritant that your guard goes down, and you end up saying too much.
I never said anything. You were the one that went on about your racial theory.
It's like a bad smell after
Well, because
7 hours.
people need to hear the truth.
Sona, what are you doing there to your lips? What's going on?
I'm putting on.
I
don't
thought you
know
were rubbing-
Why I'm putting on so much.
I thought you were
focus.
rubbing
using
cake.
cake
I
frosting,
wish.
yeah.
Look at how big I was. I'm sure I was rubbing cake
No.
all over my face.
No,
That is-
Sona, come on.
Yeah, the band really put on the pounds.
Yeah, everyone plumped up a bit. All we were doing was eating and drinking, except Conan, who was like a waif.
I was worried about it, but I stayed my same fat self. I didn't get any fatter.
I've never denied anybody anything. Okay, and you want me to sign your back?
Yes.
Oh, this girl, I've met her subsequently.
Oh yeah.
Rodman.
Did you see the tattoo?
Yeah, and this bothered me actually. This girl asked for a tattoo. I mean, she asked me to draw, and so I drew it on her, and then she said, my little caricature, and then she said, I'm going to get it tattooed, and I asked her not to.
Oh wait, this is you complimenting me.
No. Fast forward.
No. I
Wait, so
love
did
this.
she get a tattoo?
Well, I
Yeah, what
subsequently met her
Yeah.
at some event, and she showed me, and she had the tattoo put over the drawing I made, and I appreciate her,
Right.
but it just made me not feel great.
Yeah.
'Cause
I also
she's-
understand she had her pubic hair shaved into the shape
That
of
I-
her hair.
I asked for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Totally
asked for that.
cool.
This
is awesome.
This is awesome.
The anti-Semitic Canadians.
Here's the thing where it was a little. These kids drove. I was
19
conflicted.
hours.
19 hours to be there.
Well, I'm just wondering if they're gonna Jew me and not let me in here.
If they're gonna what?
They're gonna jip
Yeah, he just said Jew me down.
He said Jew, and then he changed it to Jip. And
Who are the Gyps again?
I'm trying to
Gypsies.
like.
Ah, yeah.
Okay. Okay, I'll have to look past the anti-Semitic remark.
I'm trying to process what's happening here. Like, he's a kid. There seems to be a sweetness here, but he just said something offensive.
He's a John Galliano of Edmonton.
Yeah.
Jeff, Ross.
So the funny thing is, I bring Jeff Ross over to help.
Right.
Who is,
Look
of
what the guy in the
course-
red shirt does.
What does he do?
He,
does the
he does the
glasses.
glasses
That was
because you
really
see I'm bringing
funny.
Jeff Ross over here,
Yeah.
and he goes like this.
Yeah,
he does
they're
Jeff's
still not
glasses.
learning their lesson.
Right.
By the
Right.
way, just for the record, this kid, we were able to get him into a little bit of a sound check, but he didn't make the show. Was not allowed in the show.
He can't come in, but I don't know if there's anyone here at the casino we can ask.
Oh, now I edited it to make it seem like he was.
No,
in the
he's
show.
there at a sound check.
I know. And
I wish
No,
Jeff
that's
had
okay.
been wearing gloves with the fingers cut off.
I know, and had a sack of
Yeah,
coins.
there they
There
are.
he
They
is.
got to
Oh,
At
see
the
some stuff.
sound check.
In
Yes.
Section 8.
You lie with your editing. Here's Andy and I in the. This looks like the room they kept Gary Gilmore in before they shot him.
Yeah.
This.
So
They were
good.
trailers.
They were
Who's
trailers.
Gary Gilmore?
Yeah.
Who's Gary Gilmore?
Sona's kidding.
Sona's kidding. She's
Yeah.
read history.
Right?
No,
This
she's
is
not.
that Greek fisherman's cap. They gave it
God.
to me in Vancouver.
Gave it to you.
Oh well, they gave it to me and then
Yeah, didn't
asked,
you
and then
buy
I,
it?
to be polite, said, "You sure you don't want me to pay?" And then they said, "Sure." It's at like $200, which was crazy.
No, it wasn't $200.
It
was
wasn't
like
$200, but it was very
120.
expensive. It was
He's
a lot of money.
exaggerating.
So I
Holy shit.
So they sort of conned me into buying this Greek fisherman's cap, and then I wore it for quite a while, along with an
Yeah.
eye patch
A pipe.
and a pipe. And I told people I was a simple fisherman for
Yes.
about a week and a half.
And at one point, you told me to go get you a stuffed bird, so I scoured. I think it was San Francisco, looking for a stuffed bird
For the shoulder.
for your shoulder, and I found one, but you never used it.
You came out one night after a show in San Francisco dressed like that to
Hey,
greet
I better get an
fans.
Old Spice
endorsement
from this.
Ooh.
You know what? It was crazy at night.
It's the golden hour.
It was. You know what was crazy? They had
It's
car seats out.
Heaven's Gate.
They had car seats outside. This show was in a tent, and they served alcohol, and the
Yeah.
kids were drunk out of their. I mean, everyone was drunk out of
Yeah,
their
it was out in the
minds.
parking lot of this casino.
And then, this was a big part of the tour was VIP meet and greets, and it was almost as hard as the show at some times because I don't know how to. They were great. They were really nice, but it was just the show would be done and you'd be exhausted and sweaty and.
Well, no, it's like being in your own wedding day after day after day.
Hadn't you done them at the beginning of the show?
Without a
At
honeymoon.
the beginning
Yeah,
of the tour?
and
when
no
We changed
bride.
it.
Yeah.
We later changed it to the beginning of the tour.
And a lot of VIPs.
At the beginning of the tour,
It was after the show.
it was after the show, which turned out to be a disaster,
Which
and it
sucked.
Right,
it
and then you
ground
moved
me
it.
down, and then we changed it to before the show.
Love my voice. My inherent neediness will dominate.
Here we are. The
Inherent
Gibson.
neediness.
The Gibson was weird because this show was.
It was glittering with stars.
Yeah, but it was also. It was within what, like 300 yards of where we had done the Tonight
it was
Show.
on Universal.
It was on Universal, so.
Nice to meet you. How are you? Good to see you. How are you? Yes, I do. Hi, how are you? Nice
That was
to
a
see
big
you.
party they set up before the show.
That's Rick Rosen, my agent, who is a beautiful man. That's David Kissinger. Runs
And
Conoco.
Alex,
There's
his
Alex.
wife over his right shoulder.
Oh, well, thank you so much. You gotta go. What's that? They want you backstage.
There's Ari Emanuel in the
three-quarters of
background
Rick
there.
Rosen.
Yeah, that's the only time I've met Ari Emanuel, and he represents me.
Before the show. It's just out there like.
There's a guy.
This is
and then
me in
another
full
guy.
meltdown. And this is the classic Conan conundrum, which is I bitch and moan about having to say hi to everybody, but I insist on doing it. So, fuck me.
You know what you did? How are you? Great to see you. How you doing? So have you
Jack McBrayer, John Hamm.
John Hamm's girlfriend. Jessica? Or Jennifer.
Jennifer Westfeld.
Yeah.
Jennifer.
Get him, John.
Dating my boyfriend.
She is not dating your
She's
boyfriend.
dating my boyfriend, John Hamm.
This
That's
dressing
not
room
cool.
was insane. Look at that
Put that
bathroom.
knife down.
Yeah, this was.
Oh, this bathroom was.
Yeah, it had like a big
I did
Roman
not-
vomitorium.
I did
in
not
it.
use this. I used the piano.
And
a
that's
lot.
Elton John's red piano.
Yes,
Is
it
it?
is. That's a fact. Elton
it
John's red
really?
piano for the Gibson. Yes.
Really?
He left it there.
And there you are.
Those are my
insulting
children.
Hey,
Prayer.
those are your kids.
Oh, there's Matt and
Those
Luke.
are your
They
boys.
are
Matt and Luke.
lookers.
Yeah, they
Matt
are.
and Luke are
Matt's not even
incredibly-
paying attention. He's trying to read something on the coffee table.
This is also what's crazy is this is before a show and I'm dancing around for everybody.
Poor Jack. Look at him. Look
I'm
at-
really
he's
going
got
after
that-
Jack McBrayer, who's a good friend.
You guys have. He's totally playing along.
He's playing along, but the thing is, when people see the movie, they don't know that he's playing along.
I know.
because he's so good.
Yes.
but it's revealed
Look at him.
later.
He looks
when you
devastated.
do. Look at this.
My children. My children
There
are
is a-
still traumatized
This is great.
by this.
This is great. He's just a genius.
It's
what was
crazy to
great
me
is-
that anyone thinks that you're really insulting
I
him
know,
and
but you
he's
know
really
what?
hurt.
I used to do
Because-
this to Jack on the set of the Late Night Show,
Yeah.
and the crew got mad at me because they thought I was really being mean to him, and they didn't know that Jack and I do this together. It's like a bit we do together.
I don't want to sound rude.
Too late.
That's really funny.
Do I ask him for cocaine?
Yes.
Ridiculous.
And there
Yeah.
I mentioned that again. Homosexual rage. Oh, okay. There's Megan Mullally and Nick Offerman, good friends of mine and great people.
Andrew Weinberg cameo.
Not a
Andrew
good
Weinberg,
friend.
one of the creators
There's
of
my lovely wife.
Braveheart, or True, whatever the.
Eagle
There's
Heart.
Gus.
Heart.
Braveheart.
Eagle.
This is
Brave.
Here I am.
Eagle.
Oh, look.
complaining about saying hi to everybody you wanted to say
Is
hi
this
to
where Liza
after
tells me
the
I'm in
show.
charge?
Yeah, she just said it.
There's my wife.
Haha, look how low
Oh,
your
this
chair
was the
is.
best.
There's
Every
my wife
time you would
performing her
talk, I'd
most-
be like, Conan, you have to preserve your voice, and you'd have to stop. And then I couldn't do that after the tour was done.
The Gibson was crazy. The Gibson was big.
But I'm telling you guys something, doing this tour is a huge milestone for me. Huge milestone for me. And I will tell you why. I will tell you why. This is the first time in my 20 years.
You can tell the voice is on the edge.
Yeah.
Paid to see me. Isn't that amazing?
Vanessa Halkwood
First time anyone's
shot
paid
a
to
lot
see
of this
me.
stuff.
Oh, she. I like
remember
Vanessa.
She was
Vanessa
great.
was awesome.
Did she have those?
Camera
She had those
person.
amazing biceps.
Yes. Yes.
She had guns.
They
She
were
had
iso-
guns, and she
Oh, I remember this hallway.
came to a few of the cities. She was here at the Gibson.
This
helped
is
me
a
out lot.
recreation of Prince's colon.
I think I lost 30 pounds on that one.
The crowd could be amazing, and all Gus would say is, I thought it was okay. Like, the crowd could anoint me Jesus, and he would say, pretty good. It was okay.
So is he worse than Jeff in that regard?
No,
Is he-
Jeff is still the king.
Jeff is the king.
10 minutes. It'll take 15 minutes, but it never does. You could shoot me in the left lung and I'll do this show. But if I lose my voice.
Oh, stop your bitching. Leave my voice.
They're all outside.
I'll go say hi.
Ah, Jim Carrey very nicely.
That is not Jim Carrey. That's Dee Dee Ramone.
You know what's nice is Jim Carrey didn't come. He was supposed to just come the first night, but he had fun and killed it, and he came the second night too, and completely changed the act.
Yeah.
He was.
That actually was
And
like
he was
kind
so
of
into this
crazy.
idea.
It was great.
Because
yeah.
he was Superman the first night, and then saw that somebody, I guess he'd never done something live like that, saw somebody tweeted the photograph of it, and so then decided he needed to do
It
a
had to
whole
be
new
entirely
costume.
different.
Yeah.
He was.
And he had that costume made on Sunday.
No, he had his own people make that
Right.
costume at the
Yeah.
last
Yeah,
second.
he had a
and,
costume guy.
But it was very. He made it. I mean, he made it a great event. Here's where I go and see the people.
Yep.
I've always just kind of wanted to run away and join the circus, and that's what this show is.
I want to see that bathroom again.
DVD extra.
I made you some cookies, Conan. I know I'm not. It's not.
It's amazing to think you fucked all these people. I mean, it's obviously not in the movie, but
Originally, you'd fuck everyone after the show,
Well,
and then
as
halfway
a-
through, you'd fuck them.
As a
before
woman
the
once
show.
said about Gene Simmons' penis, it looked like it had been through World War III.
right. And that's the way yours was at the end of the
There's
tour.
Megan and Nick.
So I will talk to cab drivers for 40 minutes when I don't have to. Hey.
That's a long cab ride.
Oh, this is great. Frederica always had
700 people.
700
Right.
people for me to say hi to after his show. God bless her. But it's so funny how it just keeps going. and going.
Hello.
And this is not, you think this is just LA, this is every city.
These people weren't even
We
at
could
the
be
show.
in Guam.
We
could
saw
be
a
in
movie
Guam.
nearby.
This is the Night at the Opera moment.
Yeah.
How are you?
Hi, good. You're such a talented,
Quite the
amazing
quite
daughter.
the- No,
Right
no,
there.
Mom,
get on the
Bowen is trying to
Treat the man right. Come on now.
get my good side now.
You learn a lot about cameras when you do this, which is that most of them don't work.
Yeah, and people don't know how to use
No, people
them.
don't know how to use them.
Low standards.
What was the percentage of people taking pictures on their phones to actual cameras?
I would say most people don't have a real camera.
Yeah. Oh my God, that's such a such an image that's so prescient.
I'm surprised that wasn't the poster.
That's Sybil.
That's
There's
Sybil
you and
Goldman.
Sibs.
I'm going to give a shout out to Sybil because Sybil was incredibly helpful in explaining.
She
Get on-
created your web presence.
Yes. And the one who said, get on Twitter, that's going to save your ass. So
Yeah. Her hands are
Did
horribly
she
burned.
have carpal tunnel syndrome? What's going on there?
No, she's got Jennifer Love Hewitt sweater on.
What are you saying here, Sona?
I think you're complaining about nobody looking after you, which of course is my job. So then I feel that's you passive aggressively saying that
No,
I'm
it
not
wasn't.
taking
I
care
honestly
of
wasn't
you.
blaming you. I'm blaming you for being an alcoholic.
Okay.
But I'm not blaming you for not looking after
In
me.
his own way.
Well, you were like, why isn't anyone taking care of me? And I was like, well, that's my job. I should probably take care
No,
of
but
you.
the lesson of this
Well, wait,
movie is
take
that
care
I
of me
won't.
is rather a
Yes.
broad statement. Why
Yeah,
would
right.
you even
True.
respond to
The
that?
lesson of this movie
Yeah.
is I will not let people take care of me.
I'm
That's
saying
the
I
lesson.
could be
that was not my
authoritative and
takeaway
tell
from this
people
movie
they
at
got
all.
to
Yes, the lesson of this
get
movie
step
is
in.
I'm bitching and moaning about taking care of me when it's quite clear that I will not allow anyone to get between me and a potential fan.
It's true.
So
I'm
you're
a
absolved.
potential fan.
I absolve you of that, but you're still an alcoholic.
Okay.
Well,
all right.
recovering.
Okay, but now that you know that, will you let people take care of you?
No.
Hit it. We're gonna quit it. 2 shows.
You think this documentary is going to cure me?
The worst thing ever was teach you what hit it and quit it meant, like right beforehand, because you used it every single day on the tour.
For about 5 minutes, Hit It and Quit It was a title of this movie. People have asked me, how did you come up with the title? And there were a lot of very bad ideas.
Any advice how to get our children into Episcopal?
Idiot! Here, I kindly only hit Matt with a pillow. Oh, this is Skills.
Bad pizza.
Skills took care of all the instruments, and my guitar, he was the roadie extraordinaire, did a great job, and now works on the TBS show.
What's it like to have a soul?
I don't even know what he's...
Oh,
Oh, that won't get quoted.
They're hardcore about the support for Conan O'Brien, IAM, and his recent scuffle. We told the Chin on his recent trip there was a better chance of...
Masturbating bear pizza.
No.
Like you have to
Oh, Conan is
I don't think we ate this pizza. Did anyone have the nerve to eat this pizza?
No, we didn't eat
Sona,
it.
didn't you? I thought you
I
had some.
didn't eat.
No,
okay,
it
just
looks-
because I ate every other pizza.
Yeah,
that
why
was
would
there.
you want to like
I
bear's
had some of those
crotch
testicles.
Yeah,
Now, are those meatballs
I can't wait to
testicles?
bite into that bear's crotch. Well, Sona, you're holding onto that pizza pretty tight.
I am. I'm holding on to every piece of food I found on the tour pretty tight. Everybody did.
Pepperoni
But I
hair.
don't think we ate it because it was designed. Oh look, you napping me, texting someone.
You know how it works. Sexy man on tour equals groupies. I'm looking for some Coco groupies right now.
Those coquettes. We've
Yeah,
never
you know
heard
what?
this before.
You can already see the uniform is starting to...
Right.
The leather outfit is starting to sag.
Well, now we're about, what, 2/3 on the...
Yeah,
2/3 of the way
hello.
through?
We actually did get some titty flashes.
Yes, we did.
Seriously?
Yes.
I never
But
saw
not
them,
on
but other
camera.
people saw them.
No,
I
you-
don't think on camera.
Yeah.
You never saw them, Andy?
No, Andy
I
fucked
never
up
used-
incredibly. He was the cameraman, and he
Yeah.
wouldn't-
Oh,
yeah.
so...
It was just
so-
bad
Yeah,
luck.
he got
Oh,
this
that's
guy.
bad.
This guy.
Although that
Good
is
job,
actually-
Andy. You didn't get the titty flashes.
I like your hair. Wait! Oh my God!
And what was the genesis of that, of the scanning for groupies?
Just we thought, oh, this will kill time.
Yes. Honesty.
This is the David Lynch room.
Who am I talking to?
You were talking to Liza.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh, her.
That girl.
I'm like, hey, how you folks doing?
Yeah! Kick him in the face! Powder. Oh, sweet powder.
This is what, Sona, wouldn't you say this is about 80% of our life together? It's me saying, oh, sweet powder. Sona's my primary audience. I do 7 shows a day for Sona, and then I do 1 for whoever in America gives a shit.
Oh my
Now,
God.
keep in mind, this is
I was-
midnight, and you'd already done a show.
Yeah,
show.
I
Oh,
was,
this is
I was
after.
delirious, and it was what you were doing is I couldn't breathe. Oh my God.
I walked away from the greatest franchise in history because I refused to go on at midnight. And here I am on at midnight.
Hey, folks, how you doing tonight? Okay, that was horrible. How are you doing tonight?
Now, Conan, are you able to look at all this stuff with now some sense of detachment now that it's a year later? And
Yeah. I sort of feel like I'm just looking at a skinny guy with a bad beard desperately trying to keep his career afloat. At the time, it seemed much more majestic. La Bamba is the...
Trombone player.
He's the trombone player. He's been with us since the very beginning, and he's sort of a silent film comedian.
He's a good comic foil.
Yeah.
Cold wind and a blow.
And that
Debbie
is
Wonder.
Debbie Wonder,
Debbie Wonder.
who's been with us since... Now here we switched over
That's
to
the view
on the
out the
on the
bus.
West Coast. We had to use a plane.
Had to.
On the East Coast,
Fucking had to use that private plane.
Well, we actually
No,
had to.
I was totally fine with that.
But then we
plane.
switched over to buses, and
I like the bus. We only slept in
you
the
know
bus
what the only
one
problem is?
night.
I like the bus, but I couldn't
plane.
sleep on a bus.
Oh.
I could not
I
sleep.
found it
Yeah,
very
it
And I
was
got
not
really
pleasant.
mad that everyone else.
I
It felt to me like everyone else could sleep.
I
I was
could
too
sleep.
jacked up.
And once
this
again,
infuriated me.
you fucked
is
all
nice.
these people.
Yes.
It's incredible.
I've had children with all these women.
The bus was so touched. Remember when Andy flushed lemon peels down the
And
toilet
blew up the toilet.
and
I
destroyed
flushed a lemon
he
peel.
destroyed the entire bus.
A sliver of lemon.
It was clear, Andy, you weren't supposed to do that.
It's crazy. It's like $1.5 million bus, and you can't flush a fucking lemon peel down.
All right. Well,
How
anyway,
does anyone ever shit
And there was
in
no
the bus?
sign.
you blew up the
say not.
toilet on our bus.
With one lemon peel.
I don't
Matt.
care.
A sliver of lemon.
I've never
like
hated
no
you
bigger than your
more.
pinky.
Can you what? Oh, pray for me, sure.
Oh, this was nice. This woman, I was just talking to these people, and they offered to pray for me, and I felt, like, please, let's pray for someone who deserves it. But they were very nice to do it. I forget where we are here. I think we're in
Connecticut.
Connecticut?
Going to Boston. This was the scene, actually, where I came up with the title, because you couldn't even be in a bus that stopped.
No.
It's like the bus stopped, and you had to get out.
Yeah, I had to
just,
get out.
I
had to get out and see if there were people out there that needed
I remember
attention.
looking out
Right.
the window going, he's praying again.
Right. And if those
Here I
women
am.
weren't there, you'd probably still be walking. You'd have
Now, where are we
walking.
now? Oh,
Wang
we're in
Theater.
Boston.
That was a cake.
Fucking Wang Theater.
Leave in the afternoon as late as possible.
This
probably.
was a big
Stay
ritual.
yours.
Was what was it? What was I doing?
You were gargling
Gargling.
like baking soda and vanilla extract and some other thing. Remember
Yeah.
in that warm?
And you used to make it for me.
yeah.
And you also had your vocal
Oh, hey, let's
warm-ups.
give a shout out
John
to Lafferty.
Lafferty!
John Lafferty was a hero. He got everything loaded in every day, city to city, and he was amazing.
I love Lafferty.
Yeah, he's a great man.
Bucket, I'll shit in your hat. Doesn't matter to me.
I know you don't enjoy.
Grand Central.
What is this?
That's the Wang.
More fun doing that.
It was in Boston. Like 20 members of your family came
Oh
to that
yeah,
show.
that's right. Oh my God.
Remember your vocal warm-ups? That was another big part of your
Yes.
ritual.
Yeah, I did do a vocal warm up.
All right, Colin.
People have asked, like, what's on the cutting room floor?
This
I
is
have
what
about
keeps
9
me
hours of
coming
you
back.
doing vocal warm-ups.
Yeah.
All that, those.
Oh, here's where you followed me into a shower.
Okay, you said come in here. You said you have to look at these
Well, I'm
showers.
proud of my
Yeah.
penis. I want people
You have
to
to
see
see how my penis reacts to cold water.
Apparently, it gets
It's
smaller.
not like other penises.
So yeah, I followed you into the shower. At any point, did you ever just want to say to me, "Stop"?
Yeah. Yeah, you're a very
Stop
annoying
filming?
presence. Yes.
Yeah.
But
you gave him the slip a few times.
I would hide from you. I
Yes.
didn't have
Would
the
you?
guts.
Yes.
Yeah,
I
he
didn't
would
have the
hide
guts
from
to
you, yeah.
confront you.
I
was
but I would
telling-
hide from you.
I was
Oh
joking
my
with
God, Rodman, you missed
with
the
Rodman
best
as
stuff.
we were walking over here to the studio where we're recording this, and he and I were together and met up with you guys, and I said he was hiding from you like he was, and I don't think
The
he
whole
had
second half of
registered. But he used to hide
I
from
thought
you.
you were
Yes.
kidding.
There's no. Oh yeah.
I told you this in the.
Yeah,
I used to
Rodman
hide
said
sometimes.
he
I
used
couldn't
to hide
handle it,
from
so I'd
you.
hide, and I would see you passing in the hallway with your camera.
Rodman, you notice how you have no footage from the second half of the
What do
tour?
you mean? All of this is from the second half of the tour.
All
Come on,
right.
this is
Whatever you need to tell yourself.
Some of the best breakdown stuff is in the
Oh,
second
this
half of
is
the
Radio City Music
Yeah,
Hall.
this is back at Radio
Everyone's
City.
Which is
asking for the
awesome
string
because
dance.
on the elevator there's an actual floor that says Rocket Operations.
This was awesome.
She's great.
Kristen
She's very.
Shaw.
She
Shaw.
is very funny.
She
And she was sweet. She made
did
a-
she knit a gift?
She made a gift, which
Yeah,
I
that
think we
was
show.
cool.
Yep. The
There's
Conan
Reggie.
Cone.
The Conan Cone.
There's
And there's
Reggie.
Reggie.
They're all part of that alt comedy scene.
And this is
Reggie had a
Radio
gorgeous
City.
woman.
Which was weird
every
because
city.
we
In
were
every
right.
c-
We were right across the hall. We were right across the street from the late night studio. It was weird, didn't you think, Andy, to be back there, or you didn't feel that way?
Yeah, I guess.
It's a little weird.
Stewart and Colbert helping us out.
Which one is which?
Right.
I'll explain it later.
All right.
How sad that they're on basic cable, don't you think?
Yeah.
It is. They're
Ooh,
both so
wait.
talented.
Wait a minute.
What?
Oh,
Oh,
about
right.
that. Yeah.
Exactly.
Wait, there's Matt
And from
O'Brien. Why aren't
11
you
to
hitting
12. Yeah.
I don't like to hit them in front of
That close
people I
to
admire. I actually admire these guys. I don't want to behave so badly.
This bit was awesome.
Yeah, they did a great job. They came in, and also what's stunning is we had about 8 seconds to go over this bit backstage, which involved
It was pretty complicated.
Colbert. It was very complicated. Colbert coming out and challenging me to a dance-off, and me fighting him in a dance-off, and then Stewart coming down the aisle dressed in, what is it, like Mexican flamingo?
Yeah.
It's on YouTube.
Yes,
You know, people who
and-
filmed it on their phones.
Yeah,
put it
but it's
YouTube.
on YouTube. But anyway, It came off pretty flawlessly, and it was rehearsed for about 8 seconds.
Why isn't it in here? Is there like?
What's that?
Why couldn't we see Stewart?
You're not allowed to show.
I don't
It's a
think
Radio
someone-
City thing.
What happened? Radio City doesn't let us show them?
it's radio. Yeah,
Yeah.
Radio City.
Radio
we
City-
didn't, you know, we didn't have. A
So
lot.
how did we get
cost-
that little snippet?
it would
We-
cost
that was
$3
all we
million.
could
That was
see.
backstage, right?
Yeah.
Oh, we're not
This-
talking about
This
it.
is one of the.
Oh.
Wanna talk about what?
I didn't bring it up.
Oh.
Andy did.
Wait, that was Jeff trying to stop you from
Jeff, that was-
going
that's a
out
good example.
there.
That's a
and that
good
moment
moment.
backstage is one of the moments where you said, "Can you please turn off the camera? I'm really tired." And I put an extra battery in the camera
Yes,
at that
you
moment.
Oh, you're a
prick.
dick.
You said, please turn it off." And when you
Yeah,
whenever you would say,
I can't
"Please turn it
believe you
off,"
hid from me.
yeah, that's when.
Why would you hide from
I put
me?
more batteries
Extra
in the
Man
camera
with extra
battery.
battery packs.
Yeah.
I guess that guy was a dick.
Guys, we're done with the pictures, because... Come on! Is that your catchphrase? You can keep
There's
saying,
Gus.
"Come
Gus
on,
is.
come on," but it's-
Gus,
Oh, he's
yeah,
going
Gus
obviously into a car.
Gus was always vainly trying to get me into a
Right.
car, and I refused
Look
to
at
go.
him.
No
Especially when I
pictures,
can
no
sign
pictures
boobs.
as they're taking
Right.
pictures.
Sometimes he'd be
Yeah.
mean to fans.
Gus
yeah,
would
Gus
always.
was awesome.
Oh, he
Gus
did
would
not give
always
a
say no
shit.
pictures,
Yeah.
and all I would do
Yeah.
is. Yeah,
Oh,
there's
you're
me.
pleasant.
I know.
You are a pleasant guy.
Well, sometimes I get worn
Cranky.
It's hard though when you go out to meet. It's like you want to be nice and you want to do
Right.
things, but
Right.
it wears on you.
Down. Yeah,
you
it
know.
does wear on you. Oh, this is funny. This was my 25th reunion, which was on a day off. The only day off
Dublin.
I had.
Right.
Yeah, in Dublin.
Oh, look at me eating. Wow, what a shock.
Here's the gang.
When you were doing this, I had lunch with Charlie Rose, and then I went to talk to.
Yeah. Oh, and this is in the basement. What's funny is we were appalled at how long this talent show was going on for. Eric Reif is my college roommate, and he's the one. That's Eric. He's
That's awesome.
one of my best friends, and he's advising me about how long this is going to go on for, and it just goes on and on and on.
I want everyone on the bus. We're getting out of here. This is crazy. It's going to be 11.
Was it horrible?
No, Andy, it was not horrible. It was
Oh,
wonderful.
okay.
You were there all weekend?
No, we were there for like 2 days, but people were doing mime acts.
So it was a cavalcade of real talent.
That's right, Andy.
All right.
9 other
haven't had
documentaries
that
came out
much
of
to
this
drink.
talent show.
There's Brian and Dave. They work on
Yeah.
our show
They're
now.
sound guys.
They work
They're great.
on the TBS show.
Yep.
It's Conan's eye vein.
Oh,
What's
boy.
this? Oh,
And you
here's
didn't
where we
want me to
started.
come to the reunion either. We got all this great stuff. And there's Michelle.
Oh,
Michelle Plashansky.
She worked on the tour.
Yep.
Oh, here's this. This is a nice little.
I like this.
That's Jerry Vivino, the flautist. Mike Merritt on bass.
This is like a campfire.
yeah.
It's like people sitting around a campfire singing these songs. I love this.
This is exactly how
You know what?
people used to kill time during Harvard reunions in the
Yeah.
old days.
Yeah.
You see that blackboard? That blackboard or that green board in the back of La Bamba. People do a freeze frame. There's someone's playing Hangman, and as you fill in the letters, it says, "I have had cock, La Bamba." But you really have to freeze the frame and look at that blackboard behind him.
I have had cock.
That's a Gibson J200.
Oh, good. I was
Oh,
wondering.
jeez.
Now, is this cheating having a whole band with you?
Yeah, it is.
But wait, is that a different guitar than the one that you were playing?
No, that's a J200.
Oh, all right.
No, it's a J200.
Different one. Yeah, it is. Thanks, Andy, for noticing.
But it's all acoustic here, right? You couldn't. It was all.
I broke a. This is me performing in front of my 1985 classmates at Harvard, which.
And let me tell
How
you,
big was the crowd?
there were lorgnettes dropping out of eyes all over that place.
Imagine 500 New Yorker logos watching you. Ramel.
Oh, there's
I love
Ramel.
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 Oh, this was great. This was fun. This.
In Nashville.
Yes,
Awesome.
Nashville. This is Third Man Records. Jack, and there's Jack White, and we just had a blast.
This is
I love
Jack
how he
White's
just
Jack White's
popped up.
studio.
Jack White's
Which
studio
is
in Nashville.
really small.
And it was 117 degrees in that
Yes.
fucker.
I've never sweat this much in my life.
You recorded this album. The whole concert was 40 minutes?
Yes, we recorded this album live. God, this was
great. This was very intense.
Very intense, and maybe one of the coolest things I've ever gotten to do.
And all the songs, they were just keyed up a little bit more.
Yes. Everything had a punk
compression.
rock energy to it.
Yes.
And you and Jack did this on your first TBS show
Yeah.
after this, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And they were recording a vinyl record, and they had to stop to flip the vinyl over to do the other side.
This was, this is a dream. Jack is,
And look, the girls didn't wear their wigs for this.
no.
Yes.
It's like the Cavern Club. Those old shows.
No, this is
And
when
people were lined up
yes.
in the Nashville heat.
There was
Yeah,
3,000
like-
or 4,000 people to get into this little
to
concert.
fit into like a 150-person place.
I think that's it. I'm going to the hospital.
When I walked off stage, I took off my shirt and I squeezed it like in a cartoon, and all this water came out. Just
That
like
wasn't water. That was sweat.
Yeah. Well,
You said I'm going to the hospital.
That
and
was
I
your
really
vital
did think
juices.
you were
I
gonna
really
go
did
to
think
the
I needed to go to the
hospital.
hospital.
I really
and I was
thought
losing
that
it
was-
here a little bit. I was so dehydrated and
Yeah.
so spent. And he keeps saying no
One thing,
photos,
no
and
photo.
everyone's
One
taking
thing,
a
no photo. One
Go
thing, no
fuck
photo.
yourself. Go fuck
Yeah.
yourself.
One body part, no photo. One body part, no photo.
An alternate title could have been Conan O'Brien Can't Say No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
Conan O'Brien will sign anything.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, Purell!
Purell
The great unwashed.
Can we just set the scene that it is 130 degrees?
Was that
at
girl
Bo-
topless?
Yes.
Yeah. They were all naked and on acid.
But let's
It
talk
was
about-
funny.
I didn't walk out in the crowd that much.
Can we
because-
talk about how hot and humid it was? I've
was
never been this
awful.
hot and
And
humid
muddy.
in my life.
It was, oh,
And
And it
there
was so muddy, they issued us these boots. I refused to wear them. I just couldn't do it.
I liked wearing them.
I liked them too. There was a mushroom in the middle of Bonnaroo that was spouting out water that recycled the water, and then at the end of the weekend it was brown and clunky.
Thing, Andy, for Christ's sake. And I can't wear a white hat if you're wearing a white hat.
Oh, good, it's miserable again.
Oh, someone gave me this black hat. One of the promoters, when we were in somewhere, gave me that
in
black
Dallas?
hat, and I just started wearing it.
I think when you were just walking up there, you were wearing it backwards.
Probably. Andy, I'm from Brookline, Mass.
All right.
I don't know how to wear a cowboy hat. Yeah, people lined up. This was,
At like 5 a.m.
and also there was, and I love it. You're wearing the same hat that the guy who failed to protect Oswald was wearing.
Got it cheap.
That was
And
sort
this
of a
wa-
running
this-
bit.
this was
like a
circus tent.
The hat.
This hut or this tent had no air conditioning, none.
Right.
It
Well,
broke.
on the
It
first
broke.
show,
It was
broke.
supposed to, but it
It
broke.
was supposed to, but it broke, and I thought we were going to die during this show.
Yeah.
15 minutes ago, they told me the air conditioning went out in this tent.
Yeah, I took my shirt off when I was shooting this. It was the only time I ever shot anything topless.
There's Rodman.
Yeah, that's me.
Native American Sweat Lodge. This is great. In 6 months, I've gone from hosting The Tonight Show to performing at a refugee camp.
Now, I think it was Ray fainted.
Ray fainted during
Right,
this?
Yeah,
wasn't it
she
Ray?
did after
Yeah.
one
Oh,
of
yeah,
the
she
shows.
did,
She
yeah.
fainted.
Ray
Yeah.
fainted from heat and
Oh,
dehydration.
this woman and I are
Yeah.
now married, by
I
the
think
way.
we all ignored her.
This,
Oh,
we
she
got married.
loved. She had Conan fever.
Well, who doesn't?
She wanted to ride the Conan train.
That's all right.
First class.
First class, exactly. She's not going to get in the caboose.
Yeah.
She and I.
Look at
Wow.
her.
No, we've married since in a civil ceremony.
I don't know about
Look at those
that.
tats.
Fashion
Or is
Island.
that's just mud.
No,
on
that's
your
tats.
shoulder. Okay.
Or bad circulation.
Yeah.
Oh, she's trying to get her boner on
It's
you.
dead tissue.
Oh my God! Why am I jumping around in this
Yeah.
conditions?
Yeah, it was after this that Ray. one of
Because
the
you're
coquettes,
desperate to be
uh,
liked.
Yes.
Fainted.
Thank you, Andy.
Yeah.
Desperate to be liked.
There you
There
are.
there was a cooling.
Oh, that's you?
Oh, there was one air conditioning unit.
There was one air conditioning unit, and I'm hanging out underneath it.
You look like a baby under there, all naked.
Jerry
With a
Vivino
beard.
told me you were great today.
That's me. Whenever I hear someone say that was me.
And I was like, why today? And he said, because the first show was good, but the second show was better.
What a jerk.
So I'm not sure.
Yeah, my apologies to Margaret Cho. I was just really tired. Sorry, Margaret.
The interesting thing about back at Bonnaroo is everyone seemed to have a camera crew following
Yeah.
them.
Yes.
She had her own camera crew. She was doing
Well, she was
something.
doing, yeah.
There's Gus doing his. Why can't this all happen faster?
Tenacious D. I think those guys had a camera crew with them.
Oh, these people brought their baby and wanted me to
sign it.
Those
like be
babies-
with their baby, and we had to go into this back room. I never.
They were born during the show.
Yeah. Oh, here's where we're finding out that they want me to do more time at Bonnaroo.
On the main stage.
On
to
the main
introduce
stage.
the big acts at
And the one thing
night.
you don't want to do as a comedian is go out in front of whatever it was. How many people?
Gazillion.
70,000 or something.
100,000.
And stretch. And I'm really tired, and Jim Pitt's saying they're kind of expecting you to do more, and I'm losing my shit here.
In gold toe socks.
Yeah, it's very not. It takes a little bit of the coolness out of it.
Yeah. Conan O'Brien for gold toe socks.
Fine, and then Jeff's on a plane, and later he can say, I didn't know. I didn't.
You spent a lot of time lying down in this
I
movie.
still do.
You still, yeah.
Lying down is great,
Well,
Rod.
it's-
I don't
you
know
were
what you
saying
have
that
against
today.
it.
Half the first day is spent like,
Rodman
lying down on the
sleeps sitting
couch.
up.
I'm a tall gentleman, and I need my rest.
Lanky.
Because you're tall, you need your rest.
Shut up. Sarah.
That's good. It's widescreen.
Gravity
so
works
it's good
harder
that
on
you work
him.
that way, you know? It's a widescreen frame, so it's good that you
Look at me. Why am I twitching? Is it really this bad all the time?
Yes.
Yeah.
All the
What do I
time.
do?
We were
What do I
rehearsing
do?
yesterday.
All the time.
And I was kneeling down by the
can't
desk,
fix
and the
you.
desk was like banging
What do I
against
do?
me.
These are
It
medic-
was your
There's nothing
knees
to fix
going.
What do I do?
Just keep being you, and then you die.
Your brain just keeps going, and I don't know how to make your brain stop sometimes.
Well, if anyone can, it's you.
Wait, was that a dig at me? That
no.
was a zing.
No.
He
Well-
said that you make his brain stop.
Oh, well, I hope I do.
You make everyone's brain stop.
Because I'm so amazing. Everyone's
Yes.
like, brain stops, and they're like, what?
Yes.
And then we'll get through that. Then it's on to the 55 other things I have to introduce. It's someone at WME.
Oh, Conan.
Oh,
Stop your
Oh,
bitching.
boy.
Yeah.
You're lucky to be
You
alive.
loved every second of it.
I think at this
too.
point I was out trying to find weed.
Yeah, where were you?
That's when we.
Oh,
I
you
think
had a
Bonnaroo
you would
was when
show
we
up
all-
at night.
We all
Oh,
found
you had the
weed
best
that
gig
day.
ever.
Oh, I had the best gig
No,
ever.
Oh my
no, we
God, you!
didn't.
I would
oh.
come to the show late. I still have the best gig ever.
Hey, Sweeney,
I
what's
don't
with the
deserve
shorts, man? Come on.
Yeah.
Hey, look, when you
Beautiful-
got
I
it,
have
flaunt
very beautiful legs.
Yes,
I love
you
your
do.
Full meaty calves.
You do. You have a nice leg.
Thank you.
Look at me. Oh, let's move the body part some more, Conan.
Okay, I used to. Have
And there's
those.
Andy still
I might be
failing.
high.
Oh, there's
There's
Andy.
Andy
That's
still
right.
failing to protect Oswald from Ruby.
Thing about Best Truman.
I'll find you later. I've got this fast.
Best Truman? Just listen. All right, this is embarrassing, but someone's going to have to help me write these names on my hand. So I'm telling you, I'll get out.
I didn't have the confidence that I could remember the name Nas when I went out in front of. I thought if I get out in
Or
front
is
of
it
70,000
Nas?
people, I just might lose my mind.
Okay, that's nice. Quite accurate. Are you ready to reggae?
There's something about seeing that many people in front of you that's. But what's weird is once you get above 10,000, it doesn't matter anymore. Do you know what I mean? It might as well be 100,000. Doesn't.
That was so
Yeah,
cool.
you were complaining about doing it, but then when you got out there and actually did it,
It was fun.
was that fun?
Yeah, it was really fun.
That was like a lot of things you did. You
Yes,
weren't
that's
happy
my
about
life.
It
I
until
complained
you did
beforehand.
It and you loved it.
Look at that. I complained beforehand, and then I enjoy it.
Oh,
And
why do you
also,
raise
like,
the roof?
you complaining about having to do things in front of lots and lots of people is like,
oh man,
it's like the fattest kid in school. Like, how much cake do I have to eat?
Sonny, you bite your nails a lot.
I do.
What's wrong?
Because I was constantly nervous throughout this entire
Why?
thing.
Yeah.
Because I thought you're gonna lose your mind.
Oh, Sony, you did not. You still bite your nails, and I'm fine.
See, that scene showed how much she cares for you, really, Sona, you know?
Oh, and there's Tenacious D.
Yes.
There's Kyle and Jack.
These guys are great, of course.
And they had their own camera crew, I think.
Who's urinating now? Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Tenacious D!
This was all improvised.
You had 40,000 people in the palm of
Oh my God. Oh, I'm gonna talk over this analogy. That was awful and unfortunate. Okay.
Whenever
I'm
I see the
talking
bus,
over
all I
it.
think of is Sona trying to download the Human Centipede. and
Yeah,
watch it.
Sona, how much
The
How much of the
Human
tour was
Centipede-
you trying to download the Human Centipede?
Not
Well, you did
trying.
it
We
successfully.
streamed the Human
Yeah.
Centipede, it buffered every 5 seconds, and it took us 4 hours to watch an hour-and-a-half long movie, but it was worth it.
You like The Human Centipede? You like that movie?
Yeah, I thought it was a fantastic film. I thought it was a great metaphor for life.
It still holds up.
I'm
the
not
movies
gonna
with
lie.
Sona.
I'm probably saying this because I'm a little drunk right now, but I was pretty much high during this entire.
That's okay.
It was right after Bonnaroo.
You had to.
Look, and you knew I was, and
What
so
am I
that's why
doing?
you're hamming it up now.
You're making fun of that poor flight
I
attendant.
know. I'm
You're
going to.
channeling
hamming
Charlie
it
Callis.
up.
That's your
I'm
Charlie
going to
Callis
hell.
moment.
She was doing her
so
job.
sweet, too. She was
I
like the
just can't
nicest.
handle it.
It's Charlie Callis.
It was
Oh
Charlie
my
Callis.
God! It's
what you're
because you
doing.
introduced Nas.
Right, and you kept talking about Nas and
just
Damien
kept talking.
Marley and what
And
friends
the thing
we
is,
were.
I don't think the documentary.
That's a Charlie Callis moment.
Look
The
at your
documentary
hair.
doesn't capture that I did this bit for 7 hours straight.
For 7 hours.
Oh, hello, Nas.
Hello, is
Yeah.
Nas there?
Yeah. Oh, Nas.
Oh, it's beautiful. Nice shot, by the way.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Take that, Neil Armstrong.
I did shoot that moonshot. Vanessa shot a lot of this stuff. I'm hiding in the back, I think.
Okay, cool.
Awesome for you. I just can't wait to get on the road again.
And where do we go from there? Washington or Atlanta?
Atlanta, yeah.
Oh, this is tour, and this is the home stretch. This is the
exactly,
end.
yeah. This is from Bonnaroo to Atlanta.
Sonia, you have a beautiful singing voice.
Come on, I'm the best coquette you have.
Sonia, do
Just
you remember
admit it.
this? Do you
Barring
remember
the
this?
other coquettes,
do.
you're the best one.
Come on.
No, they're better than
They
you.
are a lot better
They're
than
professional.
me.
I'd like to talk to Megan Fox again. Megan Fox again.
You
Oh
look
my
like
God,
you're having
we're
a good
so
time.
delirious. We had some good times.
We did have a lot of good times.
Come on.
Oh,
Cover your
Andy.
mouth. Cover your mouth.
How could you be bored around me?
Disneyland.
I love Disneyland.
Disneyland's
Wait,
awesome.
where are we?
We're stuck in traffic trying to get to the hotel in
Where?
Atlanta.
Oh.
This is the same day.
Atlanta was
It's still
disgusting
and this see
hot.
the
See,
bit,
Sweeney, I made you laugh.
I
bit
laugh
is
all the
still going.
time.
Oh, come on.
Look, I'm smiling.
Oh my God.
I'm so glad I got this
Rippity
because
rap.
some of the funniest stuff was in the van.
Yes.
that I witnessed.
I do my best work in a van.
and a lot of it was just too dark and I couldn't.
Oh, this was
capture.
great. We found a device,
There was some, there was like
A
some
weird
meat hook on
meat
a
hook,
track.
and we realized that I could, and I of course used it to to run into Matt O'Brien and punch him.
Purest hit of excitement and adrenaline and everything that I love about show business, but
Were you ever scared
No.
in the audience? Never.
No, I like people. I'm scared when I visit my family.
Oh.
I'm not scared in front
Yeah.
of 80,000
Because
people.
you never know who's an assassin in that group.
Exactly.
pretty soon.
Oh, this song reminds me of the tour.
Well, that's because you're
This
watching
movie
footage of the
reminds me
tour.
of the tour.
It does.
You know, the word Atlanta reminds me of Atlanta.
All right,
Honestly,
Andy.
Sona.
Okay.
Again, at the risk of being sincere, playing that song with that band and the Coquettes is an absolute thrill, which I don't get to do anymore.
He just grinned and shook my hand.
It's great, and it was a great. You played it at the end of the show, and
and towards the
feel-
end of the tour.
I
Yeah.
feel so fortunate that we were
It worked its
able
way
to
into
license
the,
it for the movie because
Yeah.
it's just
The show.
It's
fantastic
obviously
way
a beautiful song,
to
but
end the movie, yeah.
there's the bat that we used.
Bad out of hell.
We had that made
We had that made.
because Meatloaf wouldn't give us the original.
For a period of time.
It's interesting to see you in these shots at the end of the tour, juxtaposed to the shots of you at the beginning of the tour, where you're all neatly pressed, and here you look like Jerry Lewis at the end of the telethon at like hour
Yeah.
23 when the shirt's on.
Oh,
Aww. The last show.
that's sweet.
It's been the best summer camp I've ever been.
I know what this was that just happened.
This
Now it'll
is
just be-
a special thing. It's chocolate cake. You don't want to make it every meal, you know. Hey, you eat chocolate cake every meal.
Well, God bless Andy.
Oh.
This is nice.
See,
Great. Really helped me.
Lucky person.
Oh, I'm crying. I was so sad about it, and now I'm probably stop.
Because didn't you have to go back home
again.
to your parents where you lived with them at the time?
I did live with them at the time, and I was very happy to live with them.
Yeah, that's what you'd say now. Wait till we stop recording.
Thinking of concepts.
Oh my God, I weigh nothing at the end.
You're just a slip of a thing.
That's a good diet.
I'm really sorry I got you.
Oh, this
that
I
fish
like
with
this.
butter.
Rodman, you caught this where I hand the bag to Gus. Gus hands it to Jeff. There's something kind of sweet about that moment.
Yes, you're
'Cause we're all working to make
sharing
your
the
life
load.
Right. Because
easier.
Jeff lost that bag.
He just dropped it outside the door.
Huh? What am I doing with this? And when the bus backed up, 6 people died.
Yes. We don't talk about that in the documentary.
I need to go home and like drive my kids to school. Do you know what I mean?
Which I have not done.
Yeah, and it was summertime, too, so it would have been weird.
I haven't seen my children
Theoretically,
since the tour.
drive.
I need to go home and tell someone to drive my kids to school.
I'm now married to a porn star.
There's still time to add that.
Was that the first night?
Yeah.
Or the second night? What night is that, Rodman?
This was the first week. I don't remember specifically what night it was.
It might have been a test show.
No, it wasn't a test show.
Oh, this is sweet. What is this? Monkey Business.
Monkey Business.
Oh,
yeah, Rodman. Boo, Gavin, boo.
Again, thank you, Chuck Berry.
This is a Chuck Berry song that I like to play.
Yay,
more
Rachel. Couldn't have done well.
Rachel.
Hey, Kathy.
And Kat.
But anyway, we play this about 10 times faster than Chuck Berry played it.
And Chuck Berry let us use this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I idolize Chuck Berry.
Speaking of Chuck Berry, I have to go to the bathroom.
I know, me too. Can we take a break?
No, we're almost done.
I really have to go to the little girls' room.
You're gonna watch my guitar solo.
Oh, that's right. This is what we couldn't.
Is
talk
there
over.
a the end or is it kind of ending?
Yeah, because we're doing it part 2.
Oh no.
We're gonna do DVD extras.
No, so Jimmy goes first, right?
Yep.
Wow,
Oh, that's right.
List the band. The band gets the.
Yay.
And
coquette.
the
They should have added
Coquettes.
my name at the end of that too. That was a coquette.
Oh, Kanar.
Kanara really made it.
Yep.
She's another Armenian.
Kanar.
What up, Kanar?
You have to say that in Armenian. Give Kanar a little shout out in Armenian here on the
Kanar!
commentary.
Where's my solo?
Oh God.
Oh, wait. Oh, this is right.
Shot lavarid. Hayran shakeshe. Hayran chamgurnarqosiu. Love it. It's all right.
Let's a little shout out to the White
You're a
Stripes
fake.
here.
You can't speak Armenian.
I can totally speak Armenian.
Let's hear some Armenian. Why don't you give your review? Give your review for this movie.
Oh, yeah, do it.
In Armenian. Go.
Okay, as filmը մարդումը մասին է,
What are you talking about, goats?
Haskell Flender, editorial
քետ
interrupter.
բաներ գնե եւ ալ ամեն մարդը որ իրեն համար գաշխատի քիչը գխենթացնե.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What
I
did
said
Someone
this
translate
movie is
that.
about a crazy guy who does crazy things and drives everyone around him who works for him crazy. I said crazy like 4 times.
Well, there's a very limited Armenian vocabulary.
You're welcome, everyone.
I'm so glad I went to the bathroom before we started.
You
this
stop
commentary.
saying that. Oh, I should not have had that tequila.
Now, there's a solo in here somewhere, isn't there?
Yeah.
I wonder if it's any good. Oh, Amy
Thank you,
Littman.
Amy Littman, my wife.
Amy!
Here we go. I think it's coming.
Let me talk about my influences.
Shut up. Quiet. I insist you listen to the solo. I'm actually proud of the solo.
Now, when D.A. Pennebaker made Don't
quiet.
Look Back.
You'll be quiet.
Should I speak more Armenian?
Rodman, great job.
Conan,
Yeah,
thank
Rodman.
you.
Great
Thank
job,
you,
Rodman.
Conan.
No, seriously.
Yeah, Rodman, seriously, great
Conan,
job.
I just got to give a shout out
Rodman
to
made
Conan
this happen.
O'Brien for giving me this opportunity to make this
Andy,
movie.
Sween, Sona, I love you guys.
Love you too.
I love you too, Rodman.
This is going to be my headset dropping
Mwah.
on the floor.
I'm taking my
Okay.
pants off. Goodbye.